Okay, while I presume you can all hear me and see my screen, I proceed ahead for today. So yes, it's another day, another blessed week, and it's always a beautiful time to come on here and be able to show us one or two things. And as always, it has always been a beautiful one. And again today, many things like ahead, and it promises to be a great time and a great section. Yes, well done. Welcome, Mr. Frank, and welcome, Mr. Luke. Thank you so much for the continuous support and all. Please, if you can all hear me clear, fine, and you can see my screen, please, I would like us to drop a comment in the chat box before we proceed ahead for today. Okay, ahead for today. Okay, let me go back to my screen and my chart and actually talk about one or two things for us. Yes, today promises to be great. I have yes, quite numbers of beautiful things to show us. Quite numbers of beautiful things to show us. Okay. Okay. Welcome, Mr. Agolo Hefest. Welcome. Please hold on. I'm trying to see if everything is all set before we. Yes, it's 5 minutes past 1, and we already should have been in chat. Okay. Please hold on as I try to toggle around one or two things, please. Yeah. Okay. Okay, special shout out to 4 Doors More. I think that's the name I can see here. Special shout out to Mr. Agolo FX. Special shout out to Mr. Frank and Mr. Luke. Okay, think we can head to the chat now. I presume it's all fine and clear. Okay, it's a beautiful one, and many appreciation to Bureau's funding for this opportunity. It's a great opportunity. A pro firm that actually wants the best for traders, actually wants the best. Yes, it's what we can say again and again and be emphatic about it. A pro firm that wants the best for trader. This is not the opportunity that is so common, and hence it is what I've been appreciative about and showing what heartfelt gratitude to it. Yeah. So for numbers of weeks now, we've been doing this and it's been quite productive. Yes, we can say it because yes, it has a track record. And then it's been quite productive. So I could remember that Euro USD then. Let me just quickly go back to what we've discussed before, just brush around it before we go to the beautiful thing we have for today. Euro USD, how we said if it breaks this counter trend line to the downside, yes, the idea is to check from the higher time frame. The idea is to check from the higher time frame down to the lower time frame so that we can be sure, so that we can be sure of what the next movement is going to be, Okay, and we saw it break the trend line, the counter trend line to the downside, broke it and went. That if it actually break this the mini support, and which was there. This has been analyzed already, and yes, many are even in the trade holding. I'm just trying to brush around what we talked about before heading to what we have for today. And yes, we've been seeing Euro USD selling, and yes, we've been seeing it selling, and it's still selling for the numbers of few days or so. Okay, let's go to the next one. We spoke about BTC USD too. Yes, we spoke about BTC USD and how we said it should come back to this zone. It was actually trading around this zone, and we all said it here. It was said clear and it was said openly that I should go back to the box. And we saw it came back to this box, swiftly, and sold even away from there and still even selling. And it's even touched the overall drawdown, the overall TP of the next support, which was somewhere around there. Let's go to the next one, which is gold. Yes, gold. Okay, and I think this is the most beautiful thing I have for us today. Gold. Okay, now let me talk about gold like it is what I have for us fully today. Okay, this is what I have for us fully today. Please, if you can hear me, you can see my screen and you can hear me all clear and good. Please just just drop a comment in the group. Okay, wow, I have numbers of people following us. Special shout out to Mr. No, Mr. Sorry if I'm not getting the names correctly, but yeah, special shout out to everybody who has actually joined and here in this space. You all are the VIP. You all are appreciated. Thank you so much. If you can hear and can see the screen fine and good, please just drop a comment in the chat box. Okay. So just drop a comment in the chat box. Okay. Thank you so much. So let me just proceed, because yes, the time is not on our side, and I have quite a numbers of beautiful things to share with us. So yes, this is good. Gold has been analyzed, but again, I want to analyze it because gold still has potentials of selling to the downside. Yes, the first time we came into gold was trading. It was trading around this area, and let me tell us why we feel like gold will sell. Now, like I've always said and keep saying, I said you go to the bigger time frame, to the higher time frame, to have a big picture. Now you want to have a big picture of what the market is going to do or what the market is doing. Why? Is because you want to see. Everybody would agree with me that if you are giving a view, if you are possible to actually see a view of a thing, would you prefer the bigger view or the smaller view? Now, you prefer the bigger view because the bigger view will give you a mind, it will give you a sight, it will give you an overall sight, it will give you a better mindset of what is possible to happen and what is possibly not going to happen, rather than you seeing something from a microscope and you might not really see things too clearly. And you see that from the big time frame, it's clear that there had been a resistance that gold had not been able to break to the upside. We are not even saying we want to get our entries from the monthly. No, we are just trying to see what is likely to happen on the big time frame. Okay, please, if you are following, and you can please make sure you pay attention and listen closely, because I can tell you that one way or the other, you are going to benefit from this. Okay, you are going to benefit from this. So, gold on the monthly time frame is having issues breaking it, creating the next side to the upside. Of course, it is clear that from this deep year, and that is from 2018, September, that gold has been buying, but there has been an issue with gold creating another next high. So this is what we can call a triple top. The first bounce back, the second bounce back, the third again now is on the verge of bouncing back. The verge is on the first or on the verge of bouncing back. Okay. So now let's go to the weekly. Now we are sure that gold has an issue of breaking to downside. Now recently, this is the weekly candle. Recently, what is gold showing to us? That's the current move of gold. Now we can see that we cannot fully say that let's take it back from 2020. We cannot say that there is a clear trend on gold. Now you see that gold has been coming to the downside, move back to the upside, move back to the downside, move back to the upside. And don't forget that we've seen on monthly that the old movement of gold, which is looking like a triple top, has failed to form a higher high, even on a bigger time frame, forming a buy. Okay, it's been buying, like I said, from 2018, but it has not been able to create another high. So now we are stuck in gold on creating another high, which had made it very, very difficult for gold to actually break the resistance at the 1965 to 2000 area. Okay, 2000. Now looking like what is gold doing presently on the weekly? What's gold doing presently? How is gold reacting? Now, the third leg of the triple top, how is gold reacting? And clearly we can see from my screen, we are not taking, like I said, we are not taking entries here, we are not doing anything. We are just trying to see what the bigger time frame, what the bigger guys are saying about gold, the reactions of the market on the bigger time frame. Now, what is gold doing on the bigger time frame? Now, this is weekly. Clearly, you can see, even without me saying so many things, clearly you can see that from this area, gold had issues breaking and creating a next high. Then from this area, you see that yes, something similarly like a top, a double top, something similarly like was created here and broke to the downside, retested again, came to form another retest and break to the downside. And yes, on this channel, I can say with all my mouth, yes, on this channel, we draw a counter trend line, and we said yes, on break of this counter trend line, we want to see a retest. We said if we don't see a retest, then we will not be interested in gold. Now let me go to the daily now. Now we are seeing that we there's a seemingly sell that should happen on gold, okay, if not even to anywhere, at least to the next 100% retracement. Now let's go to the daily to even make things more clearer to us. Okay, let's go to the daily to see things more clearer to us. Like I said, okay, now this is it on the daily. So we've had issues creating the next time, and yes, we've seen something like a similarly double top. We've seen something like a similarly double top, broke it to the downside. Yes, we tested, came back again for a retest. Now we draw this counter trend line. We needed it to break it to the downside and come again for a retest. And swift, it happened swift. Like people can testify, we said it here clear and good. It happened swift. Came into this the touch of the counter trend line, and yes, had bounced away from it. Now we can say with all confidence, you can take the record again here today. You can say with all confidence that gold will at least sell to this next support before doing anything. Like for the fact that gold have been able to create a pattern here, slow down, retested the first time, slow down again, retested the second time, break the counter trend line, retested the counter trend line, engulfed it to the downside and started selling. So gold is still selling for the next few days or for the next few weeks. Okay, gold is still going to sell at least to 1888 area, and that's like how many pips away? That's nothing less than 300 pips away. So yes, with this, I can say with this, even on the conservative side, you can be able, if you're on the 400 account, if you are on Bureau's evaluation account, with this you can be able to pass your evaluation. And don't forget, I preach this all the time. If you're a forex trader, patience has to be your best friend. Patience has to be your best friend. If you're not taking anything away from today's episode, take this away. Patience has to be your best friend. Forex, one of the things Forex will make you feel like you are wasting your time in holding trades at times. And of course, you need to get your technical right so that you don't even waste your time. And of course, when you have your technical rights, when you get your technical analysis right, okay, patience has to be your friend. You know why? Because in patience, there is discipline. And when you lost patience, your psychology will be distorted. Your emotions are tampered. Now, your risk management will be just, you're not just getting the best of whatever it is you want for yourself. Your risk management will be messed up. So you need to have patience and trust that, yes, I know that this is what this market is doing, and I need to believe my analysis. There are many people that have come to give us testimonies of how they have been able to maximize even the sell from this touch, even to this place. It has sold. We've called it live and direct, and go from where we called it has actually sold for nothing less than 300 pips, and it still has potentials of 300 pips away, even from where it is presently. Now, how can you enjoy this? How can you get into the market if you are even yet to get into it? Let's assume that this is your first time of joining BULLSROAD funding live analysis section every Tuesday and on Thursday by 1 p.m. Now, the question that is coming to your mind that, okay, I have missed this. How can I enjoy? How can I get into this market? Now, join me and let me show you how you can still get into this market. Now, this is the 4 hours, okay? This is the 4 hours, and yes, it came down, you touched it on this, and we had our entry somewhere around here. And yes, we have been holding it around here even till where it is presently. Okay, yes, and patience runs this market. Now, what do? I've said the parameters already. We saw that when gold came down to 1915 area, of course, because of the consolidation area here, gold had to hit. And many people feel like, oh, good is reversing. He wants to go back to the upside. And the next thing I did, I only came to map out the supply zone, the mini supply zone we had around there, and look how swift. The markets we always respect. Market, except that you are not just aware. The market had one or two things respecting at one or other time. Okay, one or two things is actually respecting at one or other time. And yes, this is the mini supply zone. And look at how good actually, came the first time, engulfed it again. the second time and started selling to the downside. Now, if you are not in the market, how do you want to what enjoy it? Now, this is how you can enjoy it. I drew out a mini support level here. Now, on the close of this market, of this candle forming, actually, the 4 hours, this is a 4 hours candle forming. On the close of this 4 hour candle, if it closes as it is, even as it is, you can enter in on a sell and actually sell down to the what? To the next support area, which is around what 1888, which is 300 pips away from where it is. Sorry, please, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but I believe it's a technical issue. I'm so sorry for that. Please, if you can hear me and you can hear me all good and fine, and you can see my screen, please can you just drop a comment in the chat box, please, please. I just want to be sure we are good and we are good again. Please just drop a comment there. I need to be sure we are good. If you can hear me and you can see my screen once again, thank you. Okay, you can see. Thank you, Mr. Ruben. Better shout out to everybody who had created time. Okay, let me go just directly to what I was talking about. Okay. So yes, I was talking about gold, and I said we need the break of this a clear break to the downside of this mini support, a clear break to the downside of this mini support, and on the clear break of this mini support, we can get in again on gold. Now, don't enter gold blindly. Wait for the candle to close. I said it. Wait for this 4 hours candle to close before you get in. Wait for it to close before you get in. Now, you might ask me that, Lopez, how am I not going to miss out on this trade? Oh, it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. That is why I've said it again and again, that patience is what? Patience has to be your best friend in the market. Patience has to be your best friend in the market. Now, wait for it to close. And on the close of this, and the 4 hours candle, actually, for me now, you can get in, and you know where your sell should be. Your head sell should be above this candle and stay somewhere around this area. You have to be conservative too. Most times when you get into the market blindly, the market also takes you blindly. So you have to be conservative, and in being conservative, there's also patience. Okay, yeah. So I'm just telling us the directions of gold, what is possible, and I'm not setting parameters for us, because I believe that every trader, that's one of the things we have promised ourselves to do on this section. Every trader, regardless of the analysis shown and all, must still be able to be responsible for their actions. Now, I will show you, this is the analysis. I will show you possible movement of gold and all, possible movement of Euro USD and all. But still, you are in charge of your ProFirm account. Yes, you are in charge of your evaluation account, and you must be able to take full actions for everything you take. Now, we can do a lot of preaching, a whole lot of analysis here, but I'm still telling you, it is still in your hands to utilize and maximize everything that is being said here. Now, of course, gold is to buy, but I'm not saying go and risk 5% or your total draw down for the day. You should go and risk it. Or no, that is not how it's done. Because conservative about it, take your trades, plan your trades, and check it correctly, and be patient. Many people have been patient holding it from this. I can sense some of the screenshots. Many people have been patient holding it from down, from right up here, and even to where it is now, and it's still selling. And like I said, this is not even the overall TP. That is just the first TP for where to take the next profit target. Okay, many people can say, we don't agree with you, we don't agree with you. Many people did not agree with us when we said it was going to come into this counter trend line to actually touch and retest it and sell to the downside. And now see where it is presently. So this is the next movement of gold. Gold should still sell down, and as it is, please. I'm checking if I'm recording. Okay, you have to be on record. Okay. Thank you. So yes, it has to. Okay, now let me just go to the 15 minutes and see if something possible. Yes, I've shown us what it's more. The best of the conservative way to get into the market is to say the 4 hours candles close on the 4 hours. Now on the 15 minutes, you can also see that we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The seventh candle is the candle forming below the support, the mini support area. Now, what what necessary can you do on the 15-minute, probably to get a better, and a more intact risk to reward ratio on gold. Now, this is what I would advise on gold, but I would say it's clear and good that the most of the conservative entry is the 4 hours that I've talked about. But let's say you want to have a more smarter entry into it. I'll say this is 15-minute candle. Now, there's possibility that as it is, gold can actually, it might not come back to be test. I'm not telling you to come back to be test the support area. It might happen, fine, and it might not happen. The chances of it coming back into the support area, I'll say, is more like a 50-50 thing. But what would I tell you to do on the 15 minutes? If you see a little retracement to the upside, which can be like a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. So on the creation of another lower high, you can get into the market. I hope I got that. I hope I said that clear. Yeah, on the creation of another lower high, we've been having, it's created highs here, and after the highs here, it created a lower low. After the lower low, we see another lower high, another lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. It's actually creating now. So on the creation of another lower high, and another lower high, where I don't know, it might be here, it might be wherever it is, on the creation and on the confirmation of the creation of the lower high, you can get in again into the market. So I think that is so clear on gold. I'm emphatic on gold because I know it has so many potentials in you being able to take. So that's that for gold. And let me quickly go into one other thing to show us. Let me quickly go into the one other thing to show us and see what's feasible for the day. Or maybe let me just talk about AUD USD. Okay, yes, we have to talk about this guy. We have to talk about this guy. AUD USD is another interesting pair you don't want to miss out. You can't afford to miss out on AUD USD. You can't afford to miss out. Now, I would not want to start from the monthly and weekly. Let me just quickly show what's on the weekly. Okay, this is the weekly. And see, from 2021 February, AUD USD has been selling. Easy, my brother, my sister. AUD USD has been selling, creating created a pattern here. Some people called it, it looks like an head and shoulder and also a double top. So regardless of what it is, it created it, broke it to the downside, we tested it, broke to the downside, which has been creating highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and it has been creating even till now. And this recently on this touch is actually the touch of the trend line, and most time the touch of the trend line is the most impulsive movement, is the most of the impulse movement. That is always very solid and volatile. Now look how AUD USD has been selling even right from July 2023 even till now September. Look at the numbers of creations of bearish candle AUD USD has formed. So let's go to the daily. I want you to get this clear and clear-tick find because I don't want you to miss out. Now, there was a consolidating area around this place, and it took numbers of days, and many people were trapped into this range. Today, some people are selling, it sold, and they are still selling, it bought. They are buying, it bought, it sold, rather. They are selling, they are some people are getting in, getting out. But UD was just saying, guys, I am not ready. I am just ranging. What are you people selling? What are you people buying? I'm just ranging. Calm down yet. When I'm ready, I will let you know. And you took numbers of days with AUD USD. Let's check from February to August. You can imagine. So from February to August, AUD USD was just boxed into the 0.6787 area to 0.65800. That's just like 120 or 150 pips away. So for like 4 months, AUD was just ranging, just coming. And yes, all the idea of the ranging was come and do a touch on the trend line. And since then, after touching it, came to the downside, formed a bearish candle under, inside the consolidation area, retested it, sold, broke it, retested it, and what has been said. Now, we're having a mini consolidation. And why we're having this is actually taking, AUD is taking a little rest. You know why? The Forex market is not a linear market. Don't just expect it to just move as a one-way traffic. No, there are times it's going to go very fast. And there are times you need to take rest so that it can go fast again for the next movement. That's the way with FX, the currency pairs and all. There are times that you'll be like, oh, wait for me, and I'm like, no, I'm too late. I have a meeting to meet up with, and they are just going. And of course, one way or the other, they will still have that time of wait. And now you have to wait for their time of wait to be able to get into the market properly, because you don't want to be caught on the bad side or on the wrong side. You understand? So now, this is it. AUDSD has told everybody. Now, you told me to wait. I told you I have an appointment. Now, my appointment is around this area. Now, I am waiting. I have waited. And of course, it has been waiting from when? It has been waiting from this is 15th of August, even till when? Even till 11th of September. And he said, I have waited, though. Now I'm going very soon. I'm driving my car very fast soon. No, joining now. If you don't join, you miss out. Okay, don't mind. I'm just trying to be sarcastic about it so that you can just really, really understand that which I'm saying. Now, we've seen a mini range and a consolidating area around these the counter trend line. Now, I drew the counter trend line so that we can see. And I said we need to have a clear break on the counter trend line. Yes, that we need to have a clear break on this counter trend line to the downside, so that we can even be further sure that, yes, we are sure that AUDUSD is selling, and it should sell to the next base of the candle formally closed, which is 0.62220 area, and that's like a 200 and almost 250 pips away. Yes, but normally it should come into this base, but the first profit target should be around this support here, but this overall target should come here, and the overall target is like almost 450 pips away from where it is presently. So we have called out over 300, and we are calling out even almost over 400 pips away, or almost over 400 pips on AUDUSD. So you know what to do. I'm not going to tell you to maximize. You need to maximize this for your stage 1 evaluation account, for your stage 2 evaluation account, and even for your funded account. And don't forget, even as you maximize this, make sure that patience is your friend, and make sure that your risk management is key. Okay, yes, we are using this to round up, and on rounding up notes, some people will be asking the question that, now, Lopez, we are sure that AUDUSD is selling. We have shown us it's selling. How can we get into the market? Now, this is how you can get into the market. Let's go to the 4 hours time frame. Okay, yes. So when it actually formed, when it was ranging around this area, we wanted a 4-hour candle close. And yes, it gave us the 4-hour candle close below. Yes, give us the 4-hour candle close below. And after the 4-hour candle close, it has also consolidated, just ranging up and down. And yes, we said it even here live and clear. We said after the 4-hour candle close, we still needed to give us some further confirmations, even to the sell side. We do something like a counter trend line, something like this. Okay, yes, we do something like that. And yes, this box is actually the 50 to the 60 pip area. So this is the box to the 50 to the 60 pip area. And let me show us the Fibonacci area to tell us why this guy can be on the move again very fast. So okay, this is the fib. Okay, sorry, please. Okay, I've drawn out the box. I just want to show us actually. Okay, so if you can see correctly, you see that AUDUSD, the whole idea of going back to the hub was actually touching the counter trend line being broken, and to touch the 50 to the 61 fib area. Oh, don't joke with this guy. Don't joke with this guy. Don't joke with AUDUSD. It has come to touch the counter trend line, and has come to touch the 50 to the 61 fib area. Now, what's the next thing? The next thing is to see it engulf. There's a 4 hours candle. We need to see proper engulfing candle to the downside, and on doing that, we are already sure that AUDUSD is selling, and we just want to be sure that yes, it is confirmed. Something like a high, a lower low, and a lower high being confirmed. So on the confirmation of this lower high, ladies and gentlemen, you should get inside the sell of AUDUSD. So let me delete the counter trend line, and I can leave this out. I think I have to leave this. Let me check the 1 hour to see if we had. Okay, yes, it looked like we had okay. It's looking like we have it's even giving us a pattern like of a thing. Okay, I can call this triple top. It's giving us a pattern. This top one is the top 2 and the third top here. And but regardless, we are sure that it has reacted positively to the what, to the 50 to the 61 fib area. It didn't go past it and close above. So as much as AUD/USD is still trending below the fib area, the 50 to the 61 fib area, and we've seen it, a similar pattern, and we've seen that it actually came to touch the counter trend line on the 4 hours, then we can be sure and safe that AUD/USD is selling at least for the next few days. And where is it selling to? The next profit target, like I've said, is like 200 pips. It's almost 250 pips away, while the overall target is like 400 pips away. So you know what to do. On the 4 hours, you see it engulf. You see it engulf, the proper engulfing candle to the downside, which is like the creation of the low high. Then you should get in on the market, and you know where your SL should be. Okay. You know where SL should be. So that brings us to the end of today's episode. We've been able to give us potential of, more than, we are going to be here on Thursday, and we are going to see reactions. It happens every week with us. We say something on Tuesday, and on Thursday, we are all smiling that, oh, we said it. Even last week, Thursday, the news was supposed to come out by 1:30, and we were talking, and exactly what we said, the news just reacted to it. The news was like, yes, you guys were correct. And it's just reacted to it. And again, we have said so many things now. Let's see on Thursday how it turns out to be. The AUD/USD is selling, gold is selling. USD, we talk about it's still selling too. And yes, and we could have even talked about more, but let's keep those ones till Thursday. So on Thursday, exactly by 1 p.m., don't join us late, join in on time. And there's a whole lot to catch up with, and you don't want to afford to miss it. Join in on time and make use of whatever it is we are saying here. Don't just take them away, or you don't just flinch them away. No, it's a real opportunity, like I've said. And special shout out to Burroughs Funding. Not many, especially with how so many things are flying around in the ProFem industry. So not many are thoughtful of such to do this. So special shout out to Burroughs Funding for this opportunity. On behalf of every traders who have joined today, we are saying thank you. And to every traders who have joined today, we are also saying thank you for taking time out of your time to actually join in. And let me just give a special shout out to us. Special shout out to Mr. Adiola, Mr. Soye, Mr. Smith, Mr. Land of Rising, Mr. Frank, Mr. Ruben, Mr. Haupen, Mr. Austin, Mr. Agolo FS, and Mr. Luke. I hope I'm correct, and I hope I've been able to cover everybody. Thank you so much for joining. It's awesome and so beautiful having everyone around here. So see you next time. See you on Thursday. Don't join in late. If you have anybody that's supposed to be here, please drag them with your hands, and make sure you bring them here to join in on time. You can't afford to mix it. So same time, same place. And it might be on Discord, but regardless of where it is, you should make sure that you find your way through. Have a nice day and be good, and even have a blessed week. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Bye.